So Morgan, if we could move to the next slide, that would be helpful. Okay, so the BioBusiness Solutions Program. It's the largest cost savings program focused on the needs of the biotechnology and life science community. It's available at no additional charge to members of SC Bio. My role, I work with biotech companies up and down the East Coast. The impact of the pandemic varies depending on the company, what you're doing, where you're located, and so forth. But the path forward that I'm hearing from companies is very consistent. First and foremost, they are focused on employee safety. Right after that, most companies are now placing an intense focus on two critical areas. First is capital preservation, and the second is operational expense reduction. This program, the BioBusiness Solutions Program, is designed to positively impact your spend in areas essential to most businesses in this space. And that's companies in all stages from R&D through commercialization and all types of companies, as well as the companies in SC Bio that may be support companies, shall we say, as opposed to actual doing actual science on the bench. So we've got things that can help all members of the organization. So Morgan, can we move to the next slide, please? So I want to talk a little bit about how does the program work, why you should take what is the program, first of all, how does it work, and why you should take full advantage of the program. So first and foremost, we have a history of proven savings and convenience for our members. As I said, it started in approximately 1995, and it's grown over time to the point where in 2019, there were over $640 million in purchases through this program by our members. And that exceeds almost every standalone company in the industry in terms of the volume. So in essence, as a smaller, mid-size, even as a large company, you've got the buying power of the largest pharma companies in the country globally. Our customer base is over 4,500 companies nationally. So this allows Bio to leverage and use that buying power to get better pricing and negotiate better deals for our membership, particularly since we're focused on this particular space. So what we're interested in, what's important to us is what's important to our members. So how is that done? Bio has a team that works behind the scenes, that works on negotiating with our partners, such as the three partners who are on this call with me today. They've all been vetted out. We have scientists on staff, former bench scientists, former administrators who are part of our team, and we do the analysis. We hold the companies accountable, and we renegotiate to stay current with what's important to the marketplace. We have an advisory board, which I'll talk about in 1 second here, plus we have a legal team so that contracts and agreements are established. And our advisory board is made up of 12 folks from across the country who are at biotech companies and are members of our organization, and they're in the procurement or the finance piece of the business. So they advise us on what they think is important, help us in negotiating the agreements, and then they approve or disapprove of going forward with what we propose. So in essence, there's a lot going on that Bio does to make sure that you can rest assured that this has been negotiated, that it's a good deal, it's been vetted, etc. So that's part of the service that we provide. And it's particularly helpful to companies that are in the early stages, that are starting up. you don't have the time to spend on this, and you'd rather direct your money towards the pure science as opposed to these behind the scenes costs. Morgan, can we move to the next slide, please? So let's take a look at our partners in the program. I said that the program covers you in a wide variety of aspects or facets of your business and in all stages of your business. So every partner that we have, we try to find partners that aren't redundant, so they're not overlapping in terms of the service that they provide or the goods and services that they provide, and that they're applicable in all stages of your business, coming from proof of concept to go to market and commercialization. So we're going to hear a little bit from VWR, Office Depot, and BREX in a minute. Obviously, that's why they're on here with us. But I do want to mention a couple of the others that are providers in our program. We have a new enhanced agreement with UPS, specifically with UPS Healthcare. So it's focused on this marketplace, and we've negotiated better discounts and a broader breadth of product offering, specifically focused on folks that may be entering into clinical trials or have the need to ship temperature sensitive products, etc. So that's something that if you haven't looked at it, or if you have looked at our program in the past and you haven't looked lately, let's take another look, because we might be able to help you there. We've also renegotiated our Clean Harbors agreement for environmental services, so it's more comprehensive and better discounts as well. I think that in this time when PPE and garments and disposables are becoming a real challenge for the moment, we do have a partner in UniClean and UniFirst for laundered services and uniforms. Might want to take a look at that as an option. And another company that I want to explain a little bit about is scientist.com. If you're not familiar with them, they are an online marketplace for outsourcing, for outsourced scientific services. So they're an aggregator of services should you be considering outsourcing some of your research to a contract research organization, rather than turning to individual companies and searching for them. You can go to scientist.com and they will do the work for you and come back to you with multiple quotes from multiple providers. So that's something to consider. Also in this time period now, a lot of companies have been taking a closer look at insurance, and we do offer insurance from Chubb as part of our program. And the other thing that I also mentioned here too is ALT. That's American Laboratory Trading. And I bring that up because they have a program to purchase your underutilized or equipment that you're no longer using. As your science has evolved and people move into a different technology, quite often in the lab, you're going to end up with pieces of equipment that are no longer being used, but they're in perfectly good operating order and someone else might be able to use them. Rather than have them sit and collect dust, you can work with ALT and they will give you working capital back or in exchange for purchasing that equipment. Okay, so that's a little bit of an overview of some of the partners here. And at this time, I'd like to move this over to Jason Kempton from VWR to give us a little more details on their program.
Thank you, Bob, very much. I really appreciate the opportunity, everyone. So as Bob mentioned, VWR is one of the companies that is part of the BioBusiness Solutions program. We've actually been a long-time partner with Bio, and for us, Bio is actually our biggest customer. Last year we did over $500 million in spend. So if you think about your companies today and the buying power that you have as an organization, as a member of South Carolina Bio and taking advantage of the VWR Bio program, you're getting the buying power of a $500 million customer. So what we do is we work with our manufacturers, we take that national spend across the bio customer base, and we use that to get better cost positions with our suppliers. And what we're able to do is pass on those discounts to our customers that are part of the program. List price discounts are as much as 75%. We have phenomenal pricing on equipment and instrumentation, frankly, the best that I've seen in the industry. And it's really, as we look across the opportunity, there's just a lot of things that we can do on the front end to support the organizations on price. But then, there's other incentives that actually go along with the VWR Bio program. These include freight incentives. So, when I look at all the contracts that we have, both nationally and globally, our most aggressive freight incentives are through South Carolina Bio and the VWR Bio program. Not only do we pay freight from all our regional distribution centers nationally, but we also pay fuel surcharge. In addition to that, we pay hazardous material shipping fees. So for any of your companies, any of your end users who are buying chemicals, you're currently likely paying an additional freight charge for hazardous material fees. That is something that VWR pays under this program. There's also a number of other savings opportunities in the form of rebates. We have an e-commerce rebate to encourage companies to use the efficiencies of ordering through a B2B mechanism, ordering through the web. If you hit a certain threshold on the number of order lines going through an e-commerce platform, we actually pay money back in the form of a rebate based on each order line. And as you get higher in those threshold criteria, the amount that we pay back per line gets higher as well. On top of the e-commerce rebate, we also have a growth rebate. So when you look at your year-over-year spend as a member of the VWR Bio program, we actually pay an additional rebate of 3% on the growth you have year over year. So you're getting the front-end benefits of pricing, the front-end benefits of freight, but then also a back-end benefit in terms of cost savings around the e-commerce rebate and the growth rebate. I was reviewing some of the data that we have for South Carolina Bio members that have taken advantage of the program. And we have several companies that their cost savings for 2019 exceeded $100,000 in savings when you look at these 4 different categories. One area that I think our members, both the South Carolina Bio members that are not taking advantage of the program and those that are, could really start to leverage at a greater extent, which would be discounts on VWR services. So we have, in addition to the 3 million products that VWR sells, we also have over 130 different services. So we're able to provide discounts on those services. And in the next slide, I'll give you some more detail as to what those services are. But there's also a program or a software that we have. It's called Inventory Manager. It's cloud-based. It's, you don't have to order just from VWR. You can order from any of the suppliers that you use for laboratory, production, purchases. And it allows you to manage that inventory, keep the right inventory levels so that you're not carrying too many dollars on your inventory. And, under the VWR Bio program, we actually pay the annual licensing fee for that software for our members, for those that take advantage of the program. And then lastly, we have a dedicated customer service team that supports the companies that are on the VWR Bio program. So this is a dedicated team. They understand your contract. They understand the membership benefits. When you call in, email, click the chat, that particular team versus going into our large customer service team, you have a team that understands your business, understands your needs, and understands the benefits of the VWR Bio program. So that's been really been a big benefit for the companies that have taken advantage of this program. Let's see, Morgan, thank you. So just to give you a little bit more background, around what the VWR Bio program can do to support your laboratory and production space. We really have an offering that can take you from, the products that you use in R&D all the way up to what you use in production environment. So the whole beaker to bulk philosophy. On the lab distribution side, we have 1.2 million core products that we sell through our distribution side of our business. Those represent 4,500 well-known suppliers. So all the suppliers, or the majority of the suppliers that your companies use in the lab and production space, we support under this program. But we can also support you in the production space. So when you think of, as you scale up from R&D to production, we're able to get into the drum size, tote size, and even tanker size in some cases for the production chemicals that your company may need to scale up. So we certainly have the scalability that you need and can work with you as your company grows. I mentioned expanded services in the previous slide. So again, over 130 different services. One of the main services that we offer is vendor managed inventory. So we can have VWR personnel work with your teams around managing the inventory that you're bringing in to support R&D, to support production. Under this, we can do shipping and receiving, we can do ordering, we can do desktop delivery. But then on top of vendor managed inventory, we also do a number of other functions under services. We can do glassware washing, we can do buffer prep, scientific solutions, validations, calibrations. So when you think about what your end users are currently doing, that's taken them away from their job function, this is our niche. The whole principle here is to get your scientists back to doing science and making sure that they're doing science and not being interrupted in their days by some of these ancillary functions that we can take on that responsibility and overhead for you. And then innovation. When I look at what VWR has done the past several years, we've made a lot of investment in innovation. Not only in terms of acquiring new companies to build our portfolio to support our customers, but really just in terms of technological innovation. We've enhanced our website to where you can go in, your end users can go in, they can track order detail, get shipping notifications, they can see packing slips, they can see invoices, they can get technical support right there on the website in the order view. It really enables a one-stop function to take some of the time it takes to manage your orders. You can even do returns through our website. So that particular advancement has been really big for our customers in terms of an efficiency improvement and how they procure supplies and manage their business. Other innovations, we have a global quality platform in terms of quality management for the products you order and the products that you order from VWR and other suppliers, and how those products are used in your end products, as well as change notification. That's also gone to a global platform to help support your business. And then lastly, when you look at our reach, whether you're a local company, national company, or even global company, we are positioned both in terms of manufacturing locations, distribution locations, our current position in the market to support your companies as you grow. So I look forward to further dialogue. Certainly appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today, and look forward to working together in the future. Steve?
Thank you, Jason. And thank you, Morgan, and Sam, and Aaron, and Bob for giving us the opportunity to tell the audience about BREX today. And I'm going to talk specifically about the BREX corporate card for life sciences. Earlier, Bob mentioned capital preservation. Jason mentioned helping companies get back to their R&D, and BREX has those same goals. BREX was specifically developed to help companies and entrepreneurs deal with the numerous and very common credit challenges that exist for young companies and startup companies. And I'm guessing that at least some of you that are watching today have had to deal with the challenges that I listed on the slide here. Maybe you've had a guarantee to get a credit card. And when you do that, you have the stress of coupling your personal financial status and credit score to the company, and you're not building a company credit history. Some of you may be downloading expenses from your current card, whether it's a personal card or a corporate card, and manually entering those transactions each month into your accounting system. Others of you may have grants from NIH, and you know the responsibility that you have for tracking and accurately accounting for those expenses that NIH is going to reimburse with their grant, and that becomes a challenge. So what you're seeing here on the list is some of the challenges. Hopefully many of you will identify with at least some of those challenges. On the right side of the slide, you may be experiencing sometimes low credit limits, and so you've got to put a charge on a credit card, on more than one credit card, in order to be able to purchase an item. You have the challenges again of just managing the expenses and putting them in the right categories in your accounting system. So there's a whole variety of different challenges companies run into. They take time. They don't help you really with your credit history necessarily, and there's no capital preservation really in what you may be getting from your current cards. So let's go to the next slide. So how is BREX different? And as you can see, there's a whole list of ways. It starts with not having a personal guarantee. We don't do credit checks when you apply. The application takes 5 to 10 minutes, and the approval can happen in a day. So our goal is to just optimize the ability for somebody to build a corporate credit history in a variety of different ways, and this is one of them, by giving you a card in a very easy way that resolves and addresses some of those problems that I mentioned earlier. There's a rewards program so that you get savings. This is back to the capital preservation. There's a rewards program where you get savings based on different categories of expense. The standard card that people get, there's 7x points for conference registrations, because in normal times people are going to a lot of conferences. There's 4x points for travel, which again in normal times people travel a lot, partly to those conferences, and those 4x points are more aggressive than you get from most travel cards. And then there's 2x points for lab supplies, and I'll come back to lab supplies in just a moment. There's seamless integration with accounting systems. Right now, 4 different accounting systems, including QuickBooks, which is very, very common. And that makes the tracking of expenses, the expense management, the accounting of expenses that you're going to be reimbursed for from NIH just an awful lot an awful lot easier, excuse me. And then there's the element of credit limits. I touched earlier on companies bumping into a credit limit when they're trying to purchase a microscope or purchase, an HPLC or some fairly sophisticated piece of equipment. They have to put it on more than one credit card. BREX's credit limits, because of the model we use to underwrite the credit, is typically 10x to 20x times higher than the credit limits that companies get from their traditional cards. So there's a variety of different benefits here. I won't go into them all, but I did want to address, just before we finish, the specific benefits that you get as an SC Bio member. This is true for the Bio program. It's across all of the organizations, and there's more than 35 of them that now have endorsed BREX for their members, and that includes SC Bio here. Just for signing up for the card, you get 60,000 points. Those points can be redeemed for travel, but most companies actually redeem the points that they earn, whether it's for lab supplies, whether it's for conference registrations, whether it's for travel. They can redeem those points as a statement credit, and that's cash back. It's part of the capital preservation purpose that we want to support the companies with. Notice that the points for lab supplies, if you're an SC Bio, are 3x points. So on top of the discounts and the benefits that you're getting from VWR that Jason just mentioned, you're getting an additional essentially 3% discount on top of that by using the BREX card to pay for those expenses. There's no card fees, there's no transaction fees, there's no annual fee, there's no foreign transaction fees. Again, that helps just with the card savings. There's no fees for additional cards, and you can get additional cards for a variety of people in the organization, and set the credit limit separately for each person in the organization. One last thing I want to mention is that because of the health crisis that we're dealing with right now, BREX has actually introduced a remote rewards program. I won't go into the details here, but it's actually replaces, for an interim period of time, it replaces that 4x points for travel and the 7x points for conference registrations. If you want to learn more about that, you can certainly email bio@brex.com, or Morgan can share my contact information with you, and we'll give you more detail about the whole program, including the remote rewards program, because companies are working from home. So just thank you again for the opportunity to tell you about BREX, and let me pass it on to Sarah.
Hey, Steve. So I'm going to talk to everyone here a little bit about Office Depot. I hope most folks on the phone already know who Office Depot is. We have been around for some time now and partnered with Bio and the South Carolina Bio team for many, many years. And, you know, you might think to yourself, well, you know, Office Depot is office supplies. I don't really have time to think about that, but you would be amazed at the savings that you're able to achieve by participating in this program. We have, I think, done a great job working with the Bio Business Solutions team to identify products and services that your organization needs every day to help reduce your total cost of ownership and use those valuable funds in other areas of your company. So when you think about Office Depot, you may think about why Office Depot. So aside from the value, which we've already established is fantastic under this program and with proven results year over year, we offer a dedicated service to the South Carolina Bio members and a dedicated team that has been specifically trained on the features and benefits of this program and how we can take that one further step to help you reduce your costs in this category. We also offer unique flexibility and visibility when it comes to this program. You could log into your website, take a look at where you're spending, how you're spending, and talk directly with the account management team of how to reduce those costs. So that's a great feature, a proprietary feature in a dashboard tools that we have at your fingertips. So great value there. And in today's virtual setting that we're all in today, we have account management team that is all working virtual. They are all working from home and are still dedicated to servicing you as a member of South Carolina Bio. And most importantly, our stores are still open. So if you do find that you're in a situation that you need something, you could place your order, pick it up in the store, or even have it delivered to your home. As I mentioned before, we have our dedicated team. We have an email box that is set up specifically for you. It's at bio@officedepot.com. If you have questions, you could just drop us an email. We'll reach out to you, either get you registered for the discount or just answer any questions that you may have. So by these discounts being pre-negotiated with Bio, I think, you know, a one size out of the box does just not fit all, and we all know that. You may have some certain needs that your organization may have that others just don't have, and we have that flexibility to make changes to pricing or, you know, expand on discounts in certain areas if you need us to have that flexibility. So with many other organizations, it's one size fits all, and with the Bio Business Solutions program and South Carolina Bio, there is a lot of flexibility to help you meet your needs. In addition to that, we have tiered volume rebates that we could offer that go directly back to your organization, which is very exciting when it comes to reducing those costs. And those are paid directly back to you from Office Depot. So when you think about us, let's just not think about office supplies, right? We have done a fantastic job of identifying items for cleaning and break room, in the cleaning and break room area, that will help you clean your lab if you're in a lab. And we know we don't want a lot of outside folks in those labs cleaning those. So we've done a good job of putting the discounts together that really mean something to the members, we think. In addition to that, we have put together strong copy and print, furniture and technology discounts. One of the things that I did want to touch on today, and I know that PPE is an important category, if you will, and a need for many organizations out there. And Office Depot has been working with our suppliers to secure face masks specifically, and we're looking into other categories as well to help you support that need that you may have. So we do have the ability to get level 1 masks and possibly some KN95s. We already have the reusable masks listed on our website, where you can go in and place pre-orders for the product when we do get back to business and you have that need within your organization. So if you find that you're in a position that you need face masks, you can reach out to me directly, or you can send an email to the bio@officedepot.com website, and let's determine what the best fit is for your organization. We have also set up many tools for you and your employees to work remotely through home office furnishings as well as supplies. We have recently launched our remote IT support, which has been embraced and asked for throughout the Bio membership nationally. So I'm happy to announce that to everyone here today. And as I mentioned before, we also have the delivery or buy online and or pick up in the store. So if we can go to the next slide. So if you are in a position today where you do need remote tech services for you or for your employees, this is just a little bit of information on how you can participate in that. Once you register, if you're not already registered under the Office Depot program with South Carolina Bio, you can do it a couple of different ways. Send us an email, visit the South Carolina Bio site, and you can register there, create your login and password, and check out with your credit card. If you need account billing or have other services that you need, then we certainly want to speak to you directly. But when it comes to the tech services piece, it's very simple to participate. It's a skewed product, so all you have to do is go onto the website, type in the SKU number, choose your option, and we'll have a sales rep help you get up and started with that. We have two plans that you can participate in. One is $9.99 and the other is $19.99. So you do get different levels of service just based on those participation tiers, and we're happy to share that with you if you'd like more information on that. So that's all I have today. I didn't want to go into too much detail about the discounts because they are certainly extensive. They rate anywhere from 10% to 70% off depending on what you're purchasing. So feel free to reach out to me and my team, and we're here to support you and South Carolina Bio.
Well, thanks, Sarah. And SC Bio actually just started taking advantage of Office Depot as well. And we're receiving great discounts on ink, paper, I mean, the whole gamut. So we're thankful for that partnership. And as you can see, Bio Business Solutions, such diverse offerings for many company types. And so we are grateful to have you all here today showcasing each of your products and your services that all members of SC Bio can really take advantage of. There's truly something for everyone. Unfortunately, we are a little past our time limit, but if anyone does have questions or you're looking to get involved with Bio Business Solutions and want to take advantage of some of these programs, you can email me, which is mnichols@scbio.org, and I'll make sure to connect you to the right person. Sarah, Bob, Jason, Steve, thank you so much for being with us today. This provided so many valuable insights for Bio Business Solutions for our members, and I know we've got some future members on the call in the webinar here as well. So thanks for being here with us today. We appreciate it. And then for everyone watching, we hope you are staying safe and healthy. We hope you have a wonderful weekend as well. So to all my panelists, thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Bye.